studies of a lot of brands that were like in the same level competitively and just took a step above and just beat out the competition just by pretty much following that quote and just taking a step back and looking at how they got to where they're at and just reapplying those same principles to take to the next level.
So what was that for you? Like what was that for you guys? Like what got you to that next step?
Yeah. What you see is your like fundamentals. If you're gonna get to the core of it.
It's like now we got an investor and moving forward and we have a marketing budget. Like good example is I want to keep doing guerrilla marketing but with structure behind it and the same kind of marketing tactics that we use and kind of applying them to moving forward into the mainstream market. Stuff like just sponsoring up and coming riders, local events, just putting up stickers, little things like that. We have like a college rep program where we just find kids that skate and stoked on what we're doing and they sell boards and they take a commission. And,
that's cool. So
they get free stuff.
Campus rep type
campus rep kind of.
For sure.
And just studying different brands that have similar tactics is just pretty cool. Limited edition is something that works really well. It kind of hits the collector market.
Yeah.
Like something that you have a couple months, no one will be able to buy it. You know, your friend doesn't have the same one, and
it's just sort of the same idea.
Discontinued, hand painted. I mean, you have a unique board that no one else has.
Even with the number on it and everything.
So obviously we can't hand paint every single board, but we're trying to do limited edition runs and be very selective on our distribution to make sure that our boards are getting where we want them to go. And kind of just building the brand that way. We've been contacted by distributors. We still do independent distribution because we like to make our own relationships and contacts and kind of pick and choose who we work with and where our stuff goes.
How'd that go as far as this whole like financing thing you were just talking about?
It's good. I mean, we're selling a lot more online now too. It's kind of a new thing because retail's not doing too hot, so we're kind of shifting our model a little bit to kind of allow a whole new channel.
Which is, I mean,
online. And
does that allow you guys at all to do the whole like make it more personalized? I mean, can a kid order the trucks or the trucks he wants with the board? Or
we just set it up on our shop, so you pick the deck and then you pick your trucks and you pick your wheels and it prices accordingly. We have like a suggested setup because we do all the testing. Yeah, we have like suggested setup for the kid who doesn't know or care or wants to learn. We have like a chart that specs out.
Yeah, or it could
this
just be the best way.
Trucks for park. This is for speed. This is for turning. It rates them for different things. So you can, if you don't know, you can do research and find out this wheel's good for park. This one's good for slalom. You know, and do all that stuff.
When you say park, what do you mean?
Like a skate park.
You're talking about
like bowls. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it has indie trucks and more rounded, harder wheels. And this has softer, like retro
more like
turning wheels.
Dog
more like surf skate. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. And then was the other stuff? I was really impressed with this board. Was the other stuff up there?
Just the three circles. The three circles is part of that. That's just, I mean, business is super complex, but if you break it down to that simple thing, it's like.
Yeah. And then what about the one in the middle? Was it you can't manufacture passion or motivate people to be passionate? You can only discover what ignites your passion. Passion of those around you.
Yeah, pretty much. Just because we're running it like a startup with just a couple passionate kids, you know, and it's just kind of just trying to motivate everyone. It's pretty tough sometimes, you know, especially the older you got more serious and, you know, other distractions came along and stuff, so.
For sure.
So like, what do you get out of this? Like, what does this do for you?
I'm stoked on being able to sit around in a room and design, talk about a concept, and in a couple weeks make it something tangible that you can go sell and make people excited about and just kind of ignite passion in other people. And it's fun. I got to meet a lot of people and make exactly what I want to skate. And I don't know, we express ourselves through the art and everything, our whole vibe and image of the company, and it's cool.
So I mean, I know you said you're getting older. You maybe can't hit 40 miles an hour or whatever coming down the hill anymore.
Definitely not.
But like, so like for example, today if you go down to Santa Cruz, I think you went tonight. But say you went today, would you just take a board and ride around? Is that sort of how you do it, or like how much use are you still getting out of?
I keep something small in my car always, so that if I'm parking in the city a couple blocks away, I can go skate. Or if I gotta go to class or whatever, I won't,
For sure.
Go to your friend's house, you want to go skate and get a beer. I mean, this is like a bike. I mean, it's portability.
Is that your one right there?
What's that?
Is that the type you like to use? The style you like to use?
These boards?
That one?
Yeah. Which one?
You just keep a different one in all the time?
I usually ride this one. This is my favorite. Just because it has sentimental value too. This is actually, we had a free choice project in woodshop, and so he has our woodshop teacher has this attic above the actual shop, and he had a bunch of old projects for us to go look at to get some inspiration, and there was bird houses and stools and bedside tables and all this bullshit. And we like dig and dig and dig and find this big stack of these, like 15 of them in the back corner. And we're like, what's up with these? And we find out that this like cabinet maker got contracted to make them in the 70s, and then the guy ended up not buying them, and so we were stuck with like 50 skateboards. And so we just donated them to MA's wood shop, like in the late 70s. And we found out this wood is solid purple heartwood. It's kind of like reddish brown on the top, and then just super has like streaks of purple. And we just got a bunch of these and traced them out, and it's the same shape as this. We just added concave and a kick to it. More or less, we made it a little bit wider, but it's got the same general shape. And then dyed the whole thing purple. It's actually maple, so it's this color naturally, but we stained it with this purple to match. I mean, it doesn't match exactly. Everyone has a different shade. Some are more purple and brighter than others. Plus, this has been sitting around for 30 years. Kind of loses its color and gets faded. But more or less, it's the same idea, and now it's our best-selling board.
Were you doing anything even close to that before, or was that sort of what like ignited?
These are the closest things.
No,
These are the first two shapes.
I'm saying,
back then.
like, were you, obviously you like building stuff or whatever, maybe that was the first thing, but were you doing skateboards at all? Not skating,
like making or skating? No, not at all. That started it all.
Okay, so that's sort of the piece of inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Do you have more
Of these?
We're not trying to.
Of these?
I don't care about seeing them, but you just grabbed that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
This one was set up, but I hit a curb and it cracked. So this might be the only one.
Yeah, have you ever like talked to the guy who donated them or anything?
No, I wish, but
he doesn't know what he started.
He soaked them in the bathtub, and then made a jig. Made a jig out of wood and clamped it, and like this part's a little bit higher.
Yeah,
so it clamps it down and makes a slight kick because this is solid. Otherwise, you have to use plies to get the contours because they're flexible when they're individual, and then press them together. But this is solid wood, no plies at all. So to get that curve, you had to do it old school like that. And it's that whole concept we were stoked on, just being able to like make your own stuff and then go skate it at the end of the day. I mean, it's pretty rewarding, you know.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, especially when you're hand making them. This is like not quite the same. It's cool that you can design it exactly how you want, but it's, you know,
for sure,
not quite exactly the same.
Jimmy, got any other questions?
I think we're good.